I'm very blessed to have an amazing mother I have because I don't know where I'd be without her. She is so selfless, and it didn't stop once I turned 18. Her love and support has helped me so much because she just wants to make sure that I'm safe and I have everything I need in life. She thought of me when deciding to buy a new house. She could have easily stayed in the mobile home we lived in and not had a house payment. She didn't only think about herself, but she thought of me. She struggled when I was growing up, and we didn't have a lot. So she understands what it's like to not have anything and to start off and struggle financially and to be stressed out. And it's very hard. She didn't want me to be in the same situation. So she had a way to help me and give me a better start than she had. And she jumped at the chance to give me that opportunity and that better start in life. So she decided to buy a new house and left me the mobile home. Out of care and love, to not want me to struggle and worry about where am I going to go and where am I going to live. She wanted to protect me from the world and not wanting to see me struggle with the problems about where I would be living. And whether or not it was a safe place, was it too expensive? Will I have to live with other people because housing is expensive and be forced to get a roommate? All those problems. Would there even be problems? Would I be okay? A lot of uncertainties. My mother didn't want to risk me finding out any of those questions, but especially my safety, because she knows that the world is an unapologetic place that has its own set of rules and way of doing things, and it's never fair or easy. A lot of people in the same situation probably wouldn't think the same way, and once their kid is 18, they are on their own. Not even a little bit of help, it's figure it out, you're on your own. And yes, we have to do things on our own and figure things out and learn, but my mother is just, I guess, very protective and didn't want me to find out the hard way. And I think especially because I am a female, and the world's just it's a scary place. The world can be discouraging, unfair, dangerous, greedy, and to be in survival mode when you are so small compared to the big world that you're against, it can be very difficult. She didn't want me to figure it out and learn on my own, to learn what she says, learn the ways of the world, because that's all a person could gain from being left alone to figure it out. Learn to do the same thing other people do, to learn that the world isn't your friend. No, my mom didn't want me to have a difficult life because she understands that the world is already hard to live in as it is, and wanted to spare me some of that disappointment and problems because she had a way to help me avoid all of that. And so she bought a new house and left me the mobile home. She could have wanted to make money and rent it out for her benefit. She could have sold it. She could have done a lot of things with it for herself and gained more out of it, doing something that would have benefited her, but she didn't. She saw an opportunity to give me a better start than she had and did it willingly out of love. It wasn't about the things that she could gain, but about me and my safety, protecting me and helping me, caring for me and wanting to nurture me and take care of me, even though I was already an adult over 18. My mom gave me that chance and opportunity, and I could see if I were getting in trouble and taking her help for granted and not using the help to help myself, then she wouldn't really be helping me. This is a good example of how a mother loves her child and just wants to see her child happy and taken care of. God has the same need and want to provide for his children. He wants to give us everything we need, and he does give us everything we need for our entire lifetimes. He always provides for us, and it never stops at any age, and it's not limited. He gives us so much, and Jesus gave his life for us. He sacrificed himself for us. He loved us that much that there was no limit to what he would have done for us so that we would have a chance at salvation. On our own, we wouldn't be able to do it, and he knew that and willingly jumped at the chance to help us find a way to make it to heaven. He paid the price for our sake, and it wasn't an easy thing, but he endured, and that love he had for us, that want and need to just provide for us and be of service for us was something that he did. He taught us to love God above all things and to always love others like we would love ourselves. Selfishness and entitlement motivates people to always look out for themselves and their personal interests and what they could gain, what they want. People will be quick to do whatever it is for themselves, and Jesus said we should be motivated to do whatever it is that we can to serve others and give others above ourselves. It's difficult to do that at times, but we need to pray to God and connect with Him and grow in our relationship with Him. The closer we get to God, the more we'll have an understanding of His unconditional love, and it'll become easier for us to put others above ourselves. Once you understand God's love for us, it'll be something that you will always want to cling to, and you will always want to begin serving others without having to even think about it. I pray for everyone who is struggling right now, who feels alone and who feels like it's them against the world. God loves you, and even if you don't have anyone to help you, you have God, and you don't have to become what you have been taught. You don't have to feel like giving and serving others is something that you shouldn't do because it's something that's important that we should do. You can break the cycle of selfishness, and you don't have to do to others what others couldn't have done for you. No matter if it's big or small, whatever you can do always matters. So I encourage you to do something this week for someone else. Serve God, and remember the things that we do for others shouldn't be too difficult considering the price that Jesus Christ paid for us. So we should always be happy to serve God.